Hi, thank you so much for joining me today. I'm Shannon, and this is Starseed Evolution, bringing the wisdom and insight of the cosmos to you. I'm grateful that you're listening. For our first episode together, I'd like to share who I am, my personal and professional background, and my intention for this podcast. My intention is to create a space for spiritual growth, consciousness evolution, creative spirit, inspiration, and hope. The basis of this podcast is born both from my own personal spiritual journey as well as my professional work in the world. Although I'm not necessarily attached to labels, I believe having my background helps you understand the foundation of my approach. For the last 25 years, I've been practicing as a licensed massage therapist, Reiki master teacher, certified spiritual director, cranial sacral specialist, meditation teacher, and creative writer and artist. I work both individually in person with clients as well as teaching online to groups. My personal journey through life and all of its twists and turns, as well as my professional growth, are interwoven into an interconnected spirituality, creativity, physical awareness, and a blended tapestry of living in this world, of listening with the heart, the mind, the gut, and the soul, all having their say in informing how I see the world, not just from the earthly aspect of things, but also from that cosmic body of the mystery. What I'd like to do is dedicate this podcast to bringing all of these ideas and teachings about life, about spirituality, about approaches to working with Mother Earth through our journey here, that you might find something that also inspires you and helps you on your path. I'd like to share with you all the things that I'd like to bring on to this podcast over the coming weeks, months, and hopefully years about human consciousness and spiritual evolution. I'll be speaking about poetry and all of its different forms and how it can help us approach our world by connecting with that creative voice of different authors and teachers who speak through poetry. I'd also like to bring in the approach of spiritual direction, which allows us to ask deeper questions without always having the answers. The answer for each person individually is awareness and discernment in their own path about what's happening during different circumstances. Not all of us will have the same approach to solving our problems. So spiritual direction and bringing this kind of questioning allows each of us, no matter who's listening, to broaden and deepen their understanding of themselves and maybe how to choose the direction that is best for them with different questions that might be coming up in life. I'll also be sharing Reiki healing sessions through guided journeys where I channel energy from universal spirit through my guided visualizations to bring healing about different things that you might be facing, whether it's heartbreak or loss, or discovering the new steps for your path. I'll also be sharing different guided journeys that allow you to connect with your mind, connect with your heart, connect with your soul or your spirit guides that help you bring more knowledge into yourself about who you are. Another topic that I'll be sharing about frequently is about being an empath or highly sensitive person and the tools that we can connect with to help our journey in this challenging world where sometimes the harshness can be overwhelming. So as empathic or highly sensitive people, what tools can we use to care for ourselves? One of the ways that I connect with my spiritual self is also through creativity and creative writing. So I'll also be sharing stories that I've written so that you might find entertainment or learning through the different parables that I bring forward. We'll also have wisdom and insight to explore an interfaith approach to spirituality, no matter if you're religious or not, or spiritual or not. For me, just being present for ourselves on this earth is a spiritual experience, and all of those different paths can lead us home to ourselves. One of the things that's closest to my heart is connecting with Mother Earth and all of her teachings, from her animals, her trees, her plants, her bodies of water, this living being that we are walking upon. So I'll also be sharing ceremonies that I guide people through so that you might enjoy these ceremonies and connecting and grounding with Mother Earth. One of the many things that's helped heal me through my life are mantras from different practices. These different mantras that we'll sing together can help create change in our whole body. And so I'd like to share some of these mantras with you as well. Throughout our journey on the podcast, I'll also be frequently talking about our different spirit guides that we can connect with. Angels, guardians, archangels, fairies, ancestors, our spirit guides and master teachers. All of those different energies we can intuitively connect to help us on our spiritual journey here. As you might have guessed by now, is that from this extensive list of all the things that I'd like to offer through this podcast, it will definitely not be a linear experience, just like life is not linear. As an interfaith spiritual director, I believe that all paths each person brings can lead to the wisdom of our spiritual growth and connection to the larger body of energy that we're all connected to. Ultimately, I'd like all of us to look at being guided through love and compassion from that higher perspective and wisdom of the cosmos, of the stars, and what they can teach us through our ancestry and heritage, as well as into our future selves when we think beyond just our own personal journey. My own life is stitched together through strength and mindfulness of Buddha, wisdom and centering of yoga and her beautiful mantras, through the teachings of indigenous nations who teach us the beauty of ceremony, the Celtic pagan connection to seasons and the moon and harvest and winter, the Jungian healing of the mind as a whole, and the spiritual laws that guide us into compassion and kindness ultimately. I look forward to our adventure together. Thanks for being on this journey with me, and I'll see you next time. This is Starseed Evolution. I wish you a beautiful day. Namaste.